Hi there, I'm Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks. And today I'm going to be talking about, I'm saying today, it's really tonight, but it doesn't feel like tonight because
It's still daylight.
it's still daylight. So what does that make it? Does it make it today or tonight? Anyway, thanks. The topic of the whatever time it is thanks for the little miracles that keep us going when nothing else can. And I'm going to tell you what's behind that in a minute. But first, I'd like to introduce you to sweet baby Jean, who is going to introduce you to our show.
Welcome to Granny Rocks Our World, otherwise known as GROW, which comes to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, where Granny shares with us her wisdom, her wit, and her uncommon sense. And so now, take it away, Granny.
Well, hello there. Welcome. I see Christine says hi, and I say hi back to Christine, and Todd says hi, Granny, and James, and hi, Todd. Well, wonderful to see you, really. Okay, remember, you're not clicking unless you see the gap, right? And then we'll find out if that did any good. Anyway, so I did not know what my topic was going to be tonight, which is not unusual. You know, it's like at the last minute, oh my God, what is my... And I was feeling pretty down physically. I'm not very well. So I was just feeling kind of down. And then I came over to my Facebook page. And I did a live stream of my, hello, Tracy. Tracy said hi. I did a live stream of my acoustic piano last night, succeeded for the first time ever. And the video is on the Facebook page, and the first minute or so is kind of blah, blah, because we're saying, oh, is it going to work? Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, then I started and I played the piano. And I'm going to be giving a free concert in our little town up here, upriver. And so I mentioned that in the Facebook post. Well, so I got a comment in the Facebook post, which actually came through, as it often doesn't. And the woman said, oh, I'd love to come. Where do you live? Well, of course, now we have to figure out how to find out, how to tell her where I live. But the point is, it gave me such a boost. It was like a little miracle.
She lives in the same tiny little town we do. I mean, here we are on the World Wide Web, right?
Right.
And she happens to notice your post.
Exactly. And so now I would like to look a little deeper into this miracle in a moment, but it was kind of, at first blush, I mean, what is a miracle? It's something you don't expect and can't explain. Now, I always expect people are going to want to come to my concerts and stuff, but I actually don't, because they don't usually. So naturally, I'm not actually expecting it. So when somebody does, it's like, oh my God, she heard me play the piano because she actually saw this video of me playing the kind of music I'm going to be playing. And hello, Luann, she's waving. So that was like so affirming, because she actually knows what I'm doing and she wants it. There's the miracle. And she's in town and she may or may not come, but I don't need her to come. I needed her to write that to me tonight, right? Because I needed the boost. So the miracle is like something that you don't expect, can't really explain, and it really helps you out. Hello, Elizabeth. And there we go. So, do we have these miracles all the time? Do we recognize them? Not so often. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a miracle that you may not notice is actually a miracle, right? Because it has to have some kind of positive outcome. Because there are things that happen all the time that don't have positive outcomes, and I don't call them miracles. I call them life sucks or the shits or something like that, right?
Paying your dues.
Right. So, for example, let's say you have been doing something your whole life, the Iditarod, or you're a guy and you've been, doing the chainsaw festival, or you're lifting 150 pounds, you're doing something like that. And just before the event, you have a terrible fall, you break your leg, or you twist your ankle. Now, how many of us are going to say, oh, that was such a miracle? Except maybe the wife of the guy or the husband of the guy, if, who says, really, Sam, I think it's over. You're getting a little too old for this, right? But does Sam listen? No, Sam doesn't listen. So he breaks his leg or he sprains his ankle, but it's better than him having a heart attack, isn't it? So in fact, this is a miracle disguised as a bummer.
Ah, I had one of those.
Okay, would you like to share?
Well, yeah, I lived in a community in Scotland for 3 years, Finhorn, and I came home to Houston, Texas to help my mother get on her feet. And my plan was to spend a few weeks there and then do around the world and back to the Finhorn. And the rug was pulled out from under me. I got laid low with an illness that lasted a whole month. And that was my directional signal. God wanted me to stay in the United States and not go back and be an expatriate in Scotland.
That's right. But you don't even know why. Well, maybe you do know why. Maybe you know why that wasn't the right thing for you. So I would like each one of you to think about something either obviously positive but unexpected, or maybe it doesn't exactly look positive, but that actually it is, because see, that guy who doesn't want to admit that he can't do those things anymore, he needed a miracle because his macho ego wasn't going to let him admit the obvious, which is, you can't do this anymore, dude. You're going to hurt yourself big time, right? Oh, no, not me. I still got it, right? Right? So, or, I can think of people who, you can be thinking of something and put it in the comments as I babble on. So I can think of people who, are getting some kind of cognitive impairment, and they lose their driver's license and they say, oh my God, they don't think of that as a miracle, but it probably is a miracle because they probably shouldn't be on the road because they're going to kill themselves or somebody else.
Well, that's another way of saying God does for you what you won't do for yourself.
That's right. Sometimes that is the case. So we've seen these like sprinkly, sparkly little miracle things. And we said, now I had another miracle tonight. Okay. So, I'm doing these personal songs. I'm not saying this to plug my personal songs, but I would like to plug my personal songs. No, I mean separately and apart from these yourpersonalsong.org, or you to go to bethgreen.org. I talk to you and then I intuit a song just for you. I mean, that's you on the inside. Well, I was listening to my personal song and I was, hello, Helen. She said, hi, Beth and James. So I was listening to my personal song because I was feeling so tired, and we had this plan for something that we are supposed to do. And I thought, this seems a little hard, but I can do it. Sure, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Yeah, I mean, I need to do this. So, Todd says, love this topic. Bob says, hi, Granny. Hi, Bob. So, okay, I'm telling myself I can do this, and I'm listening to this song, and my personal song doesn't sound like anybody else's. It is the most heavy, it is the most arduous, it is the most full of struggle of any of the songs that I've, intuited for anybody. So I'm hearing a duh, and I'm trying, and I'm trying to walk, and I'm trying to get my energy together, and I listen to this song over and over and over, and then I'm thinking, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Really, I can do this. I can do this thing. You who know me know I'm chronically ill, and sometimes it's like, oh God, can I do this? But no, I have to do this. I can do this. I must do this. It's already planned. James will be disappointed. So anyway, after I listened to that song, then another song came on that I didn't click, but it was another one of my songs for somebody else, and it was so beautiful, and it had a lightness to it, and I put it on pause and I said, holy, I get it. I can't do this. I'm so struggling just to get up out of bed every morning. The thing that's ahead of me, I cannot do it. And I needed to go. And the miracle was that I connected enough to my deeper self that I was able to tell myself the truth.
Yes.
And that,
it's okay.
It is? Okay,
Yeah.
Something crashed. But it didn't break, so it didn't fall on a dog. didn't break my foot. It's a miracle, right? So sometimes it takes a miracle for us to connect to ourselves to be able to get clear about what's right for us, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't need so many darn miracles if we really were connected. If I felt the confidence in my music that I think I should at this point, because I've gotten enough positive feedback, I wouldn't need somebody to say, oh, I love this, I'm coming. And if I was already in touch with myself, I wouldn't have needed my song going over and over saying, oh my God, my struggle, my struggle, my struggle. But anyway, I needed those things because I was just too stupid, right? So what I'm saying is, we can ask the universe to give us miracles when we need them. But, sometimes it would be good if we didn't have to demand a miracle and we could just connect to ourselves and do the right thing because we knew that it was the right thing. And wouldn't that be a miracle? So I've noticed that nobody has put a comment on here yet, which is okay. Nobody wants to share some miracle for the positive or the negative that is happening to them. Let me see if I can intuit something that's going on. Okay, so this is what I heard. Oh, Granny. Some people call me Granny, some people call me Beth. I am both. I actually, today I feel like great Granny. Definitely not Granny. But Granny, you seem so strong. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, see, that's part of the problem. See, I need a miracle to stop me. Because I seem so strong to other people, I pretend I'm as strong as they think I am. I have to live up to my reputation. No, it isn't really that. What is it then? Well, I am strong, but I'm also weak. To be able to tell the truth about ourselves, the positive, the negatives, and all of that is not always easy. So just because I'm strong doesn't mean that I can pick up 150 pounds or 200. In fact, for me, picking up a pound is kind of a challenge. So that's what it is, guys. I don't want to be misled by my own propaganda or anybody else wanting me to be stronger than I am. I want to be honest, and the more honest I am, the fewer miracles that I need. Now, I wouldn't like to end this show without our hearts going out to our compatriots in France
with the Notre Dame fire.
Some of you may not know about this yet because you may have been busy all day, but the Cathedral of Notre Dame is burning. And they believe that they have saved the structure. And this cathedral was built in the 12th century. And it has a lot of historical meaning, and it has a lot of symbolic meaning. Oh, Luann said, my miracle was admitting I am disabled and leading me to quitting my career, and now I am pursuing my dream career. Exactly.
Wow.
You had the same kind of funny looking miracle, right? You probably had to get so bad that you couldn't refuse to admit that you were disabled, right? And that opened so many doors. So that is the miracle, isn't it? And the biggest miracle of all is when we are willing to take the directional signals of the universe instead of fighting them and fighting them and fighting them and trying to override them. Yes, there's a time to proceed. And when you say, hey, I should go forward, and I've talked about this before, but there is a time to say, hey, I shouldn't be doing this. There's something else I should be doing. And sometimes it takes a miracle for us to be able to grow to the point that we're willing to admit the truth to ourselves. We have a nation of people who don't want to admit the truth. If you look at the political discourse, it's kind of pathetic. We're still like kids in the sandbox and name calling and playing gotcha. And that's very discouraging. And it's probably going to take a miracle to wake us up to becoming different. Helen said, my miracle is overcoming my reactivity and staying connected to my husband. Now that is a miracle, Helen. And that's a miracle to congratulate you on. That, however, is a miracle. I bet you worked your ass off to achieve. And that's a very good point, because some miracles happen because we have worked our asses off to achieve those miracles. They didn't just happen by themselves accidentally. But anyway, so one of the terrible things that is happening, Helen said, and another miracle is paying taxes with a credit card and not going into any despair. Oh my God, that is a miracle, right? Just relax and see where it all leads. So what I want to say about our world today is climate change, for example, and so many other things, lack of appropriate health care for people, infant mortality, bad prospects for expectant mothers, all kinds of things, health issues. There are so many things in our nation that are worse, that are actually getting worse. And nobody is walking around saying, it's a miracle that these terrible things are happening, that income inequality is getting to be astronomical and ridiculous. But that is exactly the kind of miracle that we're talking about. If we take advantage of that miracle and say, let's stop acting like children and let's start looking at the realities of our lives, our world, our nation, start getting real about reorganizing our world around meeting the needs of people and the earth. Tracy said, my recent miracle was when my daughter shared her feelings, which at first seemed upsetting, but was actually a catalyst for beautiful connection and progress. Mm-hmm. Oh my, yes. And that was a miracle that was assisted by your daughter in the most unexpected way. She broke out. She expressed something. She surfaced the secret. So we're looking at a lot of different kinds of miracles, admitting something bad, like I'm disabled, accomplishing something we've really worked on, like Helen with the overcoming the reactivity and becoming calm. Tracy's is about, that her daughter, Tracy said, and assisted by you, meaning me. Yeah, I was their counselor that helped turn that situation around. I am an intuitively guided counselor. If anybody is ever interested, you go to bethgreen.org and you can find out about my counseling and my sessions. I don't goof around as much, but you'd be surprised. I still goof around. So there's many forms that miracles can be. And one miracle can be the absolutely horrific toll of climate change in our world, to the farmers, to the people who's losing, the animals who are dying at the ranches, the people who are suffering. That could just be the miracle that wakes us up to stop being children about politics and proving and wanting to be in denial. That would be a miracle that I would welcome. Come back and see us on Wednesday.
Yes.
For Grow at 6:30 p.m. and Growth at 7.
What's Growth, Granny?
What? Growth is a video conference, and it is something that we talk after our shows. And
you guide the discussion.
I guide the discussion. I intervene with people, help people to see how the topic relates to them in a deep way, in a way that we don't get into here. Really, the depth of it. And you can go to the first one free of charge. Go to the website. Go to our
Facebook
events,
post. Yeah.
All of that stuff. And I'm going to give you a preview that a week from Thursday, I am going to start live streaming. What the hell is the name of my show? Oh, Dreams of Peace, improvisational piano. And I'm going to be doing it every Thursday, starting on April 25th at 7 p.m. on this same Facebook page, bringing out the dream of peace that we all have in our hearts, doing it through the acoustic piano. So come back and see us sometime. We love you. Please visit us at bethgreen.org.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.